I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware.
Hey guys, so I wanted to focus on the idea of summer skin. Usually when we think of skin in the summer, we think really tan, really dewy, but for some of us out there, me, it's hard to achieve that tanned look without looking muddy because I don't naturally tan. I really wanted to make a video for us fair skinned girls out there that helps us achieve that summer skin type vibe without feeling like we have to be super bronzy. So if you guys want to see how I got this dewy, shimmery type skin, go ahead and keep on watching. Hey guys, so this makeup look is actually from a different video. It's for my Gemini inspired look from the Cosmo and Cosmetology series. To start off the skin, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my Hourglass primer. I'll leave the exact primer in the description box down below, but I'm going to put this all over my face. Make sure that my hands are cleaned and sanitized, and then use my hands to rub this into my face. I like using the warmth of my fingers to make sure that everything really gets in there. I've seen some people use brushes or sponges to apply primer, but I don't prefer that method. It probably is a little bit more sanitary, but I don't know, it's just not my style. And then when everything is all smooth from the primer, I'm going to go ahead and head into my foundation, and I'm using my CoverFX Natural Finish Oil-Free Foundation in the shade N10, and I'm going to mix it with my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. This is the liquid version. So I'm going to shake those up just to make sure that nothing is separated. Add a few dabs of the foundation and then a little bit of the Shimmering Skin Perfector. Mix that up with the back of this little brush, and then apply it to my face. Then taking a foundation brush, a flat top kabuki styled brush, I'm going to buff it into my skin using circular motions. I'm not pressing too hard into the skin because, one, that will push a lot of the product into the bristles, so I wouldn't be able to use as much product, and two, it's too much pressure for your skin. You don't really need that much to create a seamless blend. Bring it down the neck as well, and then I apply a little bit extra just where I need any extra coverage, and instead of using the brush for the extra coverage, I actually used a beauty blender or beauty sponge of some sort. This is the Real Techniques Complexion sponge. And then once we are pleased with the base layer, I'm going to go ahead and dip into my concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair. I'm going to first spot conceal. So I take the concealer and I dab it where I have any extra redness, so on any blemishes and around my nose. And yes, I do have quite a few blemishes. And then I take the same sponge, which is damp by the way, I don't know if I mentioned that, and I do light tapping motions, and that blends out the concealer without losing the pigmentation. Taking the same concealer and putting a little bit underneath my eyes and blending it all over to conceal those dark circles. I blend it up towards the lash line and then away from the lash line as well. And then to set my under eyes, I'm grabbing my RC No Color Powder on a tiny little setting brush, packing that powder right on top, and then taking a dry blending sponge and packing that powder onto any sort of lines just to make sure that those areas don't crease. Now using the same powder and a big giant fluffy brush, I'm putting that onto my cheeks and around my forehead and on my chin. Basically anywhere I know I'm going to be blending extra makeup on top. And by extra makeup, I mean my bronzer. I'm grabbing my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, blending it into the hollows of my cheekbones in a circular motion up towards my temples. Putting that on my chin as well, and my forehead. And once again, you want to use light pressure as you're blending. And finally, with a smaller brush, I'm taking that down the sides of my nose just to contour it a little bit. I like using bronzer for that just because it doesn't go too overboard with the pigmentation. And then I'm going to cut my cheekbones using that blunt side of the dry sponge with the RC No Color Powder. And then for blush, I'm using a more shimmery blush in a peach shade. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade Incandescent Electra, using circular motions, applying that to my cheekbones and up towards my temples. And for highlight today, I'm going to grab my Naked Skin Shapeshifter palette from Urban Decay, and I'm picking up that gold shade, and I'm blending that in a circular motion on the tops of my cheekbones and anywhere where I would normally highlight as well. my nose, my cupid's bow, and my brow bone. Normally I would go into my inner corner too, but we're using a different highlight for the inner corner, and if you watch my Gemini video, you will see that. Then brushing away that bake and setting my face with the Pixie Glow Mist. This glow mist really helps all the powders to melt together and look really natural. If you tap out that highlight, it really smooths it out, helps to clear up any sort of texture. And then finishing the routine with the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. This really helps maintain glow, but make sure that everything stays in place. And then finish up the makeup and you are done. Alright guys, so this is the finished product all in all. I hope I explained it as best as I can, and I hope these tips helped you. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and if you like me, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. Special thanks to Roses. Your comment was so sweet, it made my day. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.
I'm on my own, you made it so